Hello, hello, and I want to say like something super corny. I don't know, I guess I'm kind of in that kind of giddy mood. I think it's just, that's the way I get when I get tired, really punch drunk. But hi everybody, hope you guys have all had a wonderful day today. Appreciating everybody, appreciating the love you share, not just with this group, but with everybody in your life, everyone you interact with. Every stranger, every friend, every coworker, your animals, for sure, your parents, everybody, children. I woke up with some anxiety today, as I shared earlier this morning on Facebook. And one thing that I really realized about this challenge was part of the intent is not just to state whatever our intentions are, but it's to really look at the feelings and the emotions and the train of thought behind the thought. So I started today to do a lot more of that. So today had a lot of journaling, a lot of writing. I wrote letters to people to really give myself clarity of thought and to also to release some thought. So super good that way. The anxiety, though, was not because of that. The anxiety, in all honesty, had to do with just kind of where I'm at right now financially. That it's amazing, no matter how much money you make or how much money you may be granted, given from any kind of an inheritance or from a will or whatever, that money goes really quickly. So it's been one of those life experiences that I'm so glad I have gone through, but boy, I think this is one that I kind of am hoping I don't have to go through again. But what I love about me is that I'm so resilient, I'm so persistent. I like that no matter what falls upon me, whatever challenge falls upon me, I really like to take it on. So, whatever I have to do, I'm on Craigslist every day looking for part-time, full-time work, whatever I have to do. I have a business. Right now the business is incredibly so. It's not wedding season. It's cold in California, as you can tell by my lovely something to keeping my head and my ears warm. It's about 52 degrees in our apartment. We don't have central heat, so it's pretty chilly in here. I stay warm, if you can believe it, by an 18-pound and 13-pound Shih Tzus. So I digress. Apologize. I just, today is the last day that rent can be paid before we get a 3-day pay or quit notice, which those notifications don't necessarily scare me. They're just notifications. I know that the process in order to have somebody, evicted is pretty tough. Or it's not pretty tough, it actually takes a little bit of time, so I'm hoping that that the universe definitely brings light to whatever's needed or whatever I need to do in order to take care of that. So it's not that I don't want to focus on that. It's talk about really opening up and letting you know what's really going on in my life. That's a huge one right now, and trying to keep that information from my niece because I don't want her to worry. I want her to focus on her second to last semester at Cal State Long Beach, so she can graduate and feel proud of herself. And I don't want her to worry about these kinds of things, and until I can really make sure that I deliver information like this in the most positive way without hearing too much worry in my voice, because I want her to go through her life the same way. I want her to I want her to look in the face of adversity. I want her to be able to just say, hey, guess what? This is what it is right now. I'm still going to shine and do what I need to do in order to take care of it without allowing so much of the negative tape, the negativity to come in and to bother her. We are very independent family. My mother raised us that way. Very, very independent family of ladies. So we know how to take care of ourselves very well, and I want to make sure that I support that in her. So I know that that's where that anxiety was coming from, and I know that once that's somewhat relieved, that anxiety will definitely be lifted, but I'm trying to use what I'm feeling now, and to be able to really acknowledge that no matter what I'm feeling about it, it's not going to change the circumstances, and that only I have the power to change the thought that's inside of me, and I know that. So I've actually been pretty calm throughout the day, and I like that. I can usually tell when I'm at my calmest because my whole body feels good. It's completely relaxed. I'm in my zone, so to speak. So great day. Writing, lots of journaling, lots of thought. I wrote a letter to my sister. I am adopted, so I have a biological family as well as the family that adopted me, whom I call my real family. I have one sister. Her name is Jill. She's the mother of, I may have already told you this, forgive me if I'm repeating myself. She's the mother of my 3 beautiful nieces that I adore, that are like my daughters, that are my daughters actually. And I decided after my video last night, and after a very long conversation with one of my oldest friends that I've known since I was 11, and she spent a lot of time today saying really kind of cruel things about her big brother. I don't want to be that person. My sister and I are very, very different, and we haven't, I would say we spent most of our life not getting along. And I want to rewrite that just because we didn't get along when we were kids and through adulthood, I want to love her for exactly who she is. And just because there's things that she does and says that doesn't make sense to me doesn't mean that I can't give her love. So I sat down and just purged all this love onto paper and sent it to her. And I sent it to her with no expectations. And it's something I've thought about that quite a bit, is that a lot of people will send things with expectations or do things with expectations. Somebody will send flowers to your house. Did you get the flowers? Did you get the flowers? And I know they're excited, but really the intent is just the gift. It's just the gesture. At least that's how I feel. That, you know, regardless of how the person may receive it, it's the gesture. Giving love, to me, doesn't require a response. It's just giving love, period. So, the other thing, and it's what I'm going to end on, sorry if this is kind of brief, but it's been a beautifully long day. I got called into work late, last minute. Fantastic that I did. I work for a staffing company that hires me to help with any kind of an event, which I love. It's part of service, it's part of serving, it's one of my spiritual gifts. It is my greatest spiritual gift, and I love it. I thrive off of it. I shock people because I can work concerts and festivals for 2 days straight, working 16 hours each day. I pass out dead, but it's worth it to me. It's such a beautiful experience to be able to work with other people like that in a serving capacity. It's amazing. So I wanted to make sure that I got this done tonight. I'm very, very dedicated to this. I live for things like this as well. So anyway, what I want to leave you guys with kind of piggybacks on what I was just talking about being in kind of the service industry. The biggest blessings that I feel in my life are the fact that I have the things that I have, and I'm able to have these things. When I think about all of the people worldwide that are just hoping to have shelter, something to keep them warm, food every day, and food they can choose from. I have a choice to eat crappy or to eat healthy. Just the fact that I have the choice, I'm so grateful for. I want to make sure that I'm grateful for everything in my life. And my way of showing that I'm grateful for things is to offer all the kindnesses that I can towards people. I was raised this way. Jesus was my best friend when I was a little girl, and he and I decided to sit together quite often and realize just to be kind to another human being is just so rewarding. But something that has kind of come to fruition quite a bit lately, that I was a little confused about, was why certain people would react to those kindnesses in a way that was either I made them cry, or they got really angry, and a great philosopher of our time shared the following words, and I do have to quote, so excuse me for looking down. I said that it often baffles me when somebody is surprised by any level of kindness that I may offer. And this great philosopher of our time said, "It is a powerful thing to be graced by the loving light of someone when you feel so consumed by the illusion of darkness most others portray. Let it only strengthen your light in assisting with shining others. Feel not the hurt of the path that has given the required experiences. You are now given the ability to show a different path, inspiring a new faith in the ability of those who carry love in the human experience." So beautifully said, and it makes so much sense. And I felt like a little kid when I asked this question, because it seems like it was something that was so innocent, to give kindness to someone. It's such an innocent gesture. Little kids do it all the time, especially in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. It's incredible. When they're toddlers, they just, they'll come up to you and give you a rock, and to them, it's like, I really want to give something to this person, because they're feeling it. And I feel like when we get older, we don't do that as much, or we have an agenda, or maybe hidden expectations. But the kindnesses I give, and for those that have experienced this in me, they know that I have no expectations of anything in return. It's not. I belong to the Pay It Forward Foundation for a reason. I truly mean for people to pay it forward to someone else. I think that it's really the one thing that we can carry with us, that is given to us from other people. And those kindnesses come in the form of light. Those kindnesses come, there's just, I guess, there really is no definition for the amount of things that you can give to a fellow human being that aren't even tangible. And so I guess I'm getting over that shock that, there's people that haven't felt that. And when I think about that, it hurts. I won't lie. As much as I love to smile through these videos, that one hurts, that there's people out there that haven't felt that. And that sometimes there are people that won't trust it. And all I can keep doing is doing what I do. So I've given myself that clarity of who I am, that's part of who I am. I can call it my purpose or not. It's just part of who I am. Oh, one more thing that I needed to add to my intentions, which I'll make sure I email as well, is I have lived in clutter for since my parents passed away. Actually, since I moved back home and my parents passed away. I think it has something to do with my grieving process, but in that process I need to eliminate the clutter. I believe that cleaning and then also removing things, getting rid of clutter, is not just an indication of what's going on in your physical realm. It's about what's going on inside of you, spiritually and mentally and emotionally as well. So I am going to begin the process of eliminating that clutter. I think that it's part of rewriting the story of Julia. So I actually am going to make kind of a process of that. So certain things that we'll start to get rid of, I want to be able to jot down and explain why it's okay for me to get rid of this, and just get rid of it, and see if there's a correlation between what's going on inside of me as well as what this physical or tangible item is. So excited to do that, hoping to do that all over the course of the next few days, and actually really kind of get that taken care of over the next few days, rather than continuing to hold on to it, or pushing it off to the next day or the next day or the next day. I'm kind of good at that when it comes to all of this, and I think that this is the time to be able to do that. So anyways, I wish you guys all a good night. I'm going to have a cup of sleepy time tea, not because I won't be able to sleep, but because it's so calming, and I love hot tea. Oh, how I love hot tea and honey. I'm so grateful for all of you guys, and if I had an arm length to be able to hug all of you guys from here, I would. So instead, big hug to you. Good night.